Good morning. How is everyone? I have not even gotten myself together. I strive to act as if I'm the CEO of my business. And CEOs, I don't think, still have their pajamas on at 10. I'm struggling with this one, you guys. Who feels me on this? Like, this is the hardest part of entrepreneurship, is like acting like you are the level which you're striving for. And I get busy doing other stuff, and then I'm like, oh, it's time to come on. So I did miss Tuesday. You're not crazy. The power was out at my house, and you would have thought, I don't know why I'm turning red here. You would have thought the whole world ended or something. But like, as soon as the power was out, I couldn't get the garage door open. So I'm like, how am I going to take my kid to school? Like, our downstairs is all on a pump for the bathroom. So I'm like, I can't even take a shower. And then my oldest has to go to work, and I'm like, he can't even cook his food. Like, we have everything electric, minus the gas for the water heater and the heat. And so, I thought it was just going to be a short amount of time. I tried to get him home. The road was closed. Like, it was an ordeal. Then they kept saying, like, it's going to be 3 hours. It's going to be 3 hours. So at the last minute, I was like, all right, I'll just go get all my running around done. Completely forgot every single thing on my list, like all of my appointments. Completely forgot all of them. It was like, it wasn't a Tuesday. It was like some weird day, because all of the sudden, I was like, man, it didn't take much to throw me off course. Oh, see? So we all struggle. There we go. So I'm going to talk about both things. Now, if you want to get more in detail about what we're going to talk about today, we're going to talk about attracting an audience, posting on your profile versus your group. I'm going to combine them. If you want to have a little bit more information on this, go to guides. I did this last 6 months ago. So all I'm doing is I'm redoing all of the topics that we did 6 months ago. And then I'm going to update them in the guides as like part 1, part 2. So because I don't have a script, it all comes from here. It's based on something that recently has happened in my business or something interesting that I found. So it is a little bit different information, but it's kind of the same topics. So, and do you have to watch both? No. But if you want more information, go. And if you have a team member struggling, I'm telling you, you can sit on a call with them for an hour and try to explain how to post, how to attract, how to be on brand, how to, audit your Facebook page. Or you can put them in here and you can tag them. And then you don't have to do this anymore. I don't do any more like coaching with my team and saying, hey, here's how to make a post. Here's how to be more on brand. They go in here and they help themselves to that. And when I'm on a call with them, I'm working on mindset. What feelings are coming up when you're trying to do those posts or those reach outs? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about really what's holding you back from getting into action. It's not the strategy. It's not the strategy. I'm working with mindset, and I'm offloading all of the other like strategy talks onto this group, and I'll tag them here and there, whatever they want. So let's talk about how to attract an audience and posting in your group versus on your profile. So a lot of questions that I've been getting asked. I just did a networking group yesterday here local to me. It's all entrepreneurs, and I'm starting to talk about this sales hack group in there. I'm not even talking about my business and my or I'm not talking about my products anymore, because I'm like, these girls don't want to buy Tanner. They actually need help like figuring out how to use social media, because I'm looking at everybody and I'm like, I think they're missing exactly what I was missing, and I've kind of pieced it together. So everybody's welcome in here. So everybody's kind of hopping in, getting what they like. And part of what I had to learn early on, and I think some of you guys probably need to, is what not to post. So, people talk about like how to attract an audience. Let's talk about how not to attract the audience today. Because when you put up a picture that your company has given you of the product on your Facebook page, that is not going to attract an audience. In fact, it won't even go to the feed. So if you're like launching a new, I said tanner. So let's say you're going to promote sunless tanner for the week or whatever. If you just put up a picture of the sunless tanner, a gorgeous picture of the tanner taken by your company, like almost like you'd see in a catalog, that's never even going to go to the feed. Ever. It's not going to go because you are not allowed to sell on Facebook. You can sell on a business page, but you can't sell on your personal profile. We agreed to this in 2008 when we all jumped on. There is no selling allowed here. Do we all sell on Facebook? Yes, but you have to do it very curiously, and it can't be like buy my stuff. On top of which, you can't use certain words. And I'll put in the comments below my little list. This is just a beginner starter list. You can't do any engagement bait. You can't say like, comment, share. In fact, even though I'm saying it on the live, this live is going to get downplayed now because I've said it. You can't say those things. You can't ask your followers to do something for you. You can't use words like buy, sell, discount, promo. You can't do any of that. You can't use a dollar sign in front of numbers to say how much something costs because you cannot sell on Facebook and you shouldn't be. Nobody wants to see that. So if you do a salesy type post and no one's liking and commenting, it's because it never went to the feed. It literally is just parked on your page. Now, the only people who are going to see it are the ones who type in Jennifer Marie and go to my page. Like, no one's doing that. They either see you in your feed or they see you in your stories. So how not to attract an audience is probably more important than how to attract the audience. How not to attract the audience. Listing out all the benefits. Nobody cares. Nobody cares that that sunless tanner is going to last 5 to 7 days. Nobody cares that it's going to dry in 30 minutes. No one cares about that. What they do care about is tired of spending all freaking day trying to do your own tanning, like multiple layers and having to stay naked for half a day in order to get a beautiful glow. Now you don't have to. That's what they care about. They don't care that it dries in 30 minutes. But when you remind them that the tanner they're using takes all day to put on, and then you have to walk around and you can't put clothes on because it's going to rub off, and then you have to be naked and you have to not be needing to do anything for 2 or 3 hours while it completely dries, or you have to buy a special all black sweatsuit to wear over your tanner so that it has enough hours to develop. That's what people care about. They care about themselves. So how not to attract an audience? Talk about the benefits. How to attract an audience? Talk about the pain points. So I'll use my whitening toothpaste. Safe for sensitive teeth. Nobody cares. But when I say there were so many years that I watched my teeth get more and more and more dingy because they were so sensitive that anytime I used anything, I couldn't drink coffee. Now I finally can. They care about that. It's saying the same thing, but now you're speaking to their emotions. I love coffee. I can't live without it. There was legitimately a period of time I could not whiten my teeth because I wasn't going to not drink my coffee in the morning. I wasn't going to not smile outside during the winter because my teeth were so freaking sensitive. They hurt. Now I whiten my teeth every day. I drink all the coffee I want and red wine, and my smile looks amazing. It's just saying it in a different way. So how not to attract an audience? Use salesy words, talk about the benefits, bullet points with emojis. Nobody wants to see that. What they want to see is your face and you holding something that you love, and you're sharing emotionally what it's done for your life. Like if you're into weight loss, there was a time that even the thought of going to look for a bathing suit would cause anxiety and just make me sick to my stomach. And now I can't wait until I see them on the rack. You don't have to say, because I've lost 75 pounds in 4 days with this one pill, that's all you have to take. That's not what you need to say. You just say how you're feeling emotionally or how your customer is feeling emotionally. And if you're collecting the right people, if you're sending friend requests to the right people who are already like you with similar interests, then they're going to have similar pain points. That's again why you don't friend just anybody. That's again why you don't friend just people you may know. You are friending people specifically who are already a lot like you, who are going to have similar pain points as you. If they have similar likes, they're going to have similar pain points. And then you talk about those. That's how you attract the audience. You have that first couple of lines when you're doing a post, when you're scrolling through the posts, you only have like a space for 2 sentences to get them to click more. And if you don't utilize those 2 sentences to get them to click more, they're never going to see what you posted anyway. So you need to use those 2 sentences as like a true hook to be like, I couldn't believe I used to think this way, or I can't believe I'm about to tell you something. Look up, just do a search for hooks, social media hooks on TikTok, Reels. In here, I'm posting a ton of like good content from other trainers who are talking about how to do Reels, and they're giving a whole list of hooks. Every time you see me post one of those, the reason why I'm posting it is because I want to see it again. It's something that normally I would have saved to my own files to go back to, but I'm sharing it with all of you because it's good information. So if you're just scrolling through and you're not looking at these reels and reading what they say, you need to go back. Every time I post a reel in here from another trainer, I'm posting it for myself because I'm going to use that valuable information to create my own content. And you should be too. I used to keep that for myself and only share it with my team. Now I'm sharing it with all of you guys. So make sure that the first couple of sentences is a hook. If you don't know what a good hook is, I've probably got 15 or 20 reels in here, and they literally give you a whole list of hooks. Copy and paste them somewhere. Write them down. Start making your own list. When you see somebody else's hook, take a screenshot. Keep it. Make sure you know. If you see a reel that's gotten like 29,000 views, write the hook down. And you can use the hook in your story. You can use the hook on a post. You can use the hook on a live, on a reel. Hooks work everywhere. They grab your attention. They make you want to stop, click more, look, read, find out, reach out, whatever. And you want to make sure that you're sharing, not selling. People, we say it all the time, share, don't sell. But I see you guys selling. I see a lot of you selling. And you got to stop. No one wants to be sold to. I can't believe I finally found a solution for XYZ. Who else? I can't believe the dimples on my ass that I thought I was going to have to deal with just because it was DNA are finally gone. Spring break's coming up. How many of you could lose some dimples off your ass before spring break? Is that better than our firming cream is nationally recognized and clinically guaranteed to do XYZ? What sounds like something you're more interested in reading or finding out more about? Me talking about your dimply ass and spring break's almost coming and that I've had results that I'm pretty freaking impressed with? Or it's got these ingredients, it's got hibiscus honey, it does this, you'll see results in this many days. Like, no, nobody wants to see any of that. Focus on what you are drawn to when you're looking through your feed. What do you stop and click on? Let's take a screenshot. Every time I'm in my feed and I'm engaging for some different reasons. I'm looking for prospects. I'm looking for people who I want to join my business. Or if you're still looking for customers, you're looking for people who would be interested in your product. Like I saw somebody today who, she had a beautiful, beautiful, younger looking skin. She was older than me. Her neck and décolleté needed some work. And so I engaged with her on her page. I'm going to engage with her in her story. I'm going to go make sure that I have a message in her inbox. And then what do you think I'm posting about tonight? My before and afters with my firming cream for my neck and décolleté. That's what I'm going to post about. Someone's going to see it. And it's probably going to be her. And I'm not going to inbox her and be like, hey, you look like crap. Here's something that can help. But I'm going to make sure my post is in her feed in case she acknowledges that that part of her needs a little bit of help. Maybe she will, maybe she won't. But she's definitely not going to if I don't strategically work toward doing that and create an attraction. Let me find something that you would be attracted to. And you can do that very strategically. You can keep your people in certain piles and you can make, what is it called on here? I think it's called an audience. So from your computer, you can sort your friends by audience and you can do like, you know, whatever you're selling. Like if you're selling anti-wrinkle something, you can pop people in that audience who are showing up on social media with some wrinkles. Or you know they're definitely using filters on all their pictures. And then right before you're starting to post about your wrinkle stuff for the week, which by the way, post about one product for an entire week, post about one thing for an entire week so that everybody sees it the 5 to 8 times that they need to buy. If you're posting about wrinkling cream today and tanner tomorrow and you know, now you're in 3 companies and now you're going to post about activewear and then you're going to do nail polish strips. No one's going to buy because everybody needs to see something 5 to 8 times before they're ready to order. And if you're posting about something different every day, no one sees it enough times to ever get to that point where they're like, all right, give me what you got. You're killing me here. Literally have to see it that many times. Think about the last time you bought something on social media. How many times did you see it before you were like, tell me what that is? I want to get that. For me, I remember when I bought whitening toothpaste. I saw her post about it, I think exactly 5 times before I messaged her and I was like, all right, tell me about your toothpaste. And that is just, it doesn't matter. It's online, offline, doesn't matter what item it is. It doesn't matter if it's a service or a product. A new customer needs to see something 5 to 8 times before they're ready to buy. So attract them with your words, talking about pain points. Your pain points are your customer pain points. Use an image that Facebook is going to push out to the most people, which is, if you're not using a picture of your face in most of your pictures, that's where you can immediately stop. Some people, I'll go to their page and I'll scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll and I'll see none of them. People need to know, like, and trust you. How can they get to know you and like you if you're never posting about yourself? How? They can't. They get to know and like your memes. They get to know and like your funny comments. They get to know and like your sunset pictures. They get to know and like your Happy Monday. They get to know and like your picture of you holding, like picture of your hand holding a coffee. They get to know and like all of that, but they don't get to know and like you because you're not in any of the pictures. So do a quick little audit of your page. We just learned a new way to audit our Facebook pages. Do this. Go back to January. Go backwards in time. Count how many times there's a picture of your face in your posts. The sellers who create the most volume per month, it's about 20 to 30 times a month. See how far off you are from that. 20 to 30 times a month, you need to be posting your face on your profile. It could be with a product or not, but make sure that you are getting in front of people, so that they get the know, like, and trust, so that they can come and buy from you. Okay, let's switch gears and talk about how you post on your main page versus on your closed group. So I'm talking about your profile and your closed group, your private group. I never on here will talk about a business page. There's no reason to have a business page. Facebook even created the creator account, so you don't even have to have a business page. You can actually run ads from your profile if you are a creator, if you wanted to run ads. None of us can run ads. Like, we are not allowed to. Every single person who is doing any kind of direct sales, your compliance is telling you can't run ads. So the only reason you would have a business account is if you wanted to run ads. But now you can do it from a profile, which gets more reach, by the way. So no business page. If you have a business page, just stop using it. Or you can keep banging your head against the wall, whatever you want to do. But this is all for your profile and your group. So now I'm going to talk about group. In your group, you can put an image of just a product. So in your group is where you would use those more catalog looking pieces of collateral that your business gives to you. In your closed group, but you can go back and you can see your own insights. You can see your own reach. You go back and do an audit of all of your posts in your group for the month of January. You write down if it was a product image or a picture of you. Write down if it's a reused image or an original image, and then write down how many views you got on that. Guaranteed, the views that are going to be the highest are going to be on pictures that include your face that are original, meaning has not been used on Facebook ever again. And does anybody know how to turn that off? It's so friggin' irritating, especially when you're like onboarding a new person. Because it happens even on the video chat too. Is it like when I hold this balloon? Thumbs up? And then there's sometimes like, hooray! See, I can't make it happen, so I can't make it stop. So anyway, in your group, you can do more salesy type posts. You can say, this is only on sale for the next 24 hours. You need to grab it now. You can put links in there. I would recommend putting them in the comments, really. You still want to make sure that you're using original images. So if you're using a picture that your entire business, like say you guys use boards, or say your upline says, hey, everybody post this today, make sure that you're using different words and that you've cropped that image. Because if you crop that image and you save it to your phone, it gets a new meta tag. So Facebook thinks it's an original picture. But if it's a picture that your personal people have seen a bunch of times, they're not going to stop and look at it. They're going to scroll past it. Once it's scrolled past by a certain amount of people, Facebook pulls it off and doesn't put it back in the feed. So in your private group, make sure you're engaging with all those people, you're loving and commenting on their posts, and you're using original images. And you can put more salesy stuff in there. You can put links in the comments. You can put more salesy stuff in there. You can put images that, are, basically coming from your company of the actual product in your closed group. Those do not need to go anywhere on your profile. And to be honest, they shouldn't go in your stories either. In your stories, you need to be creating what they call user-generated content. So if you go watch influencers or bloggers, they are holding the product. They don't have to show their face in the stories as much, but they have the product in their hand with their background. People know them because they follow them. Yes, this is Jennifer's kitchen. This is Jennifer's bathroom. This is Jennifer's car. And then I'm showing my stuff. Like I just showed, look how cute these little nails are. With a little, and then I did this for Valentine's Day. And I put that on my stories. I'm not sharing somebody else's hand. That's my hand with my fingernails. you know, and if I was a press-on nail person, you know, selling the dashes or the little nail strips, then I would have a link in there to a whole collection of whatever it was to create this look or whatever. And there would be a link in my story. That's okay to do. But showing an image of the nail polishes in their packages is not okay to do. I mean, you can, but you're just not going to get a lot of reach. People aren't going to really see it and use it or look at it. So keep the company created images, the stock images, keep those in your personal private group that you have for your customers. And on your profile, it needs to be you living your life and talking about the benefits, not the benefits, but talking about the pain points that are alleviated using the products that you're excited about. That's what you want to talk about. I mean, and you can create Canva images, these cute little cutesy. I mean, to be honest, that takes time. And for me, I would rather just take a quick little video. Videos will get more views than an actual photo. But I don't know, my still photo of my fingernails, like it went far. Like probably the most views I've had on stories in a long time. Make sure you're interacting with a lot of people. Make sure you're engaging with a bunch of people. You'll have more stories to look at the more people you're engaging with. If you haven't been engaging, here's what I tell you to do over the weekend. Engage with 100 people on Saturday and 100 people on Sunday, and you'll see a whole different level of engagement on your profile. Monday, put up a really fun engagement question like, how old were you when you got your first job? Or how old were you when you became a mom? Or, something, there's a whole bunch. In fact, here in this group, if you go in and search engagement questions, I have one whole album of a bunch of engagement questions that's worked really great for me. Do not copy the picture. Take those words and put them on your own colored background as a color block. There's new color block images, you guys. Anytime Facebook gives you something new, they want you to use it. Go use the different color block images. Anytime there's something new. I just went to do a color block today and I was like, oh my God, there's a whole bunch of new pictures. So those of you who are like trying to be on brand using the same color block all the time, use the new ones. Anytime you push a new button on Facebook, it gives you a bigger reach. So on your stories, if there's a new sticker or there's a new function or there's a new option to do something, do it. Figure out how to do it and do it. If you don't know how, Google it. How do I use this or that? And you're going to get more reach just because you're using their functions. Posting on your profile should be the benefits that you're receiving from your being an online business owner or the products that you're using. Not benefits listed, but actually the pain points that an online business solves, the pain points that your product solves. You're talking about the pain point. There needs to be an emotion in there. I was embarrassed every time I looked in the mirror, or it made me sad. And if you don't know what the emotions are, go look on the feeling wheel. Get a feeling wheel, pull out an emotion. How did I feel before I was using this product? And how do I feel now? And that's how your post should start, talking about the feelings. And that doesn't include dries in 30 minutes, lasts all week, formulated for sensitive skin. No one gives a shit about that stuff. Talk to your audience and be attractive. And if you want to really learn how to do this well, watch TV with commercials. Watch TV with commercials. I mean, if you see the pharmaceutical ads that literally are selling pharmaceuticals that at the end of the ad have a long list of like could cause death, could cause swelling of your tongue and ankles, could cause da-da-da-da-da, and people are still buying it, it's because they drove home that message that connected an emotion at the beginning of the commercial. They were already like, I don't care that it's going to cause my throat to swell up and I could die. I want the emotion that they said I was going to have, that feeling at the beginning of that commercial. So watch a bunch of salesy commercial, like, see how they talk about it. They talk about an emotion. They talk about a feeling. They pull out those heartstrings. Then they tell you what the solution is. And then they tell you all the reasons why you shouldn't buy it, but people buy it anyway because they're already married to the possibility that they could feel the way that they looked at feeling at the beginning of the commercial. So I hope that helps. You guys put down below, like, what was the aha moment if you heard anything from me. If you need to hear something different, please let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to recirculate all of these. Let me know if you're watching in the replay or you're watching live. And, you know, the next post you do, let it have an emotion. They don't all have to, but if the majority of them do, you're going to get a lot more likes and comments because people are going to be like, oh, I felt this, or same, or I feel you, or girl, I'm praying for you, or whatever. So get an emotion out there. Make sure that you have your face 20 to 30 times a month showing up on your profile. This is going to be an aha moment for you guys. Sitting down and doing hashtags for how many times I see my face. It's not enough, I'm telling you. And then make sure you're keeping, like, anything that could be salesy related, anything you're asking your customers to do for you or your followers to do for you, all of that stays in your group. And you keep it out of stories, you keep it out of your posts. And you guys go follow the winners. Every single one of you has a 7-figure earner who is posting on social media. How are they posting? How are they showing up? What are they posting about? Don't steal their words, don't steal their pictures. Steal their ideas. They want you to. And believe me, they're so busy, they're not going to see your stuff anyway. Do not steal words. Even the function of copy and paste degrades the algorithm. So if Facebook even sees, we suspect that when you hit the paste button, Facebook is like, I'm not going to show this to as many people. Type it out. Use your voice. And see if you can get more reach when you start attracting a different vibe. You also have to know who your perfect prospect is. So if you didn't go through that training, in guides, who is my perfect prospect? Have that written down. Know exactly who you're talking to. If you're talking to everybody, you're talking to nobody. Every post needs to have a specific person in mind that you're talking to, and then go speak to her emotions. And you'll get a lot more people opting into what you're doing. Make sure you do it for 5 to 8 times before you switch to a different product. And if you can do that in a week's time, that's about all you get for that person. So I'll give you, this is the most important hack. After you engage with somebody, they will see your post for another 3 to 4 days. Okay? How many times did you post about the product that you want them to buy in those 4 days? A lot of you are not posting enough to get a product in front of them even 4 times, and really they need 5 to 8. So just think about that. After you engage with somebody, the reason why you're engaging is so they see your post, right? After you engage with them, you have about 3 to 4 days. If they engage back, that could be up to a week. We're averaging, we're suspecting. Everything is suspicious, but it works for me. You have about 4 days of attention span of those people to get your product in front of them. If you are not posting every day, then they will never see anything enough times to buy it. If you are posting something different every day, I post a tanner, whitening toothpaste, nail strips, and activewear, they also will not see it enough time to buy it. So understand what you're doing and why you're doing it and how the algorithm works, and just get more bang for your buck. You guys, you're taking so much time to think about what to post about, to make sure it looks good, to create the content, but then you're not understanding how the algorithm works to make sure that your hard work is even being seen enough to trickle into a sale. And then people come to me and they're like, this just isn't working for me. No, it is working, but you're not working with the algorithm. You don't understand sales behavior, buying behavior, psychology. It's not that it is not working. You're not doing the correct kind of work consistently and within a certain amount of time frame for it to work. So it's not you. I mean, if you refuse to do some of the stuff I'm saying in here, maybe it is you. But normally it's not you. It's just the time frame or the algorithm or a word you shouldn't have used. Like, and those things can be changed. That's the good news. When I go into my memories, and I've been doing this for 7 years now, I absolutely love to just pull out something that I've already done. So when I go into memories, a lot of the stuff you're seeing me post on my profile, it came out of my memories and I'm recreating it. Like today, I recreated an image. I had an image of a little sentence that said, I'll take your toddler tantrum and raise you a teen that just lost their cell phone. That was a cropped out image that I found that I posted years ago. It got a little bit of likes and comments, but I just used those same words and put them on a new color block, a brand new one of their new options, and already I have more likes and comments on that than I did the original image that I just used another image that's been used 100 times. I love to go back and see when I do the same thing on the same day. I can look every year and I've posted that. This will be the 4th year in a row that I posted that on this day. Guess what? Because I'm interacting with so many different people because I use my DMO, the same people don't see this stuff. It's not like, I remember last year Jennifer actually posted the same thing. No, they're not going to remember 365 days later. So I love to go back and use the exact same post, but make it a different way and watch the views go up every year because I'm doing my work. I'm doing my DMO. I'm consistently engaging with people. I'm adding new people and it's working. And I mean, I see my paycheck go up too. So it definitely works to attract the perfect customer to know, like, and trust you enough to say, I want to buy that from her. So let me know what you like down below. What are you going to start doing tomorrow that you didn't do yesterday? And I will be back to my Tuesday, Thursday on time to get you guys the rest of branding and make sure that you have a good finish to the rest of your February. Bye, you guys.